The tab is roster summary.
They're in there? Where are they?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Dreambow Alex. Okay, cool. Okay.
Could I also have the link as well, please? So I can,
absolutely.
Get access to the sheet.
Here is.
Sorry, I did drop out before that came up.
And all right, so we already started the broadcast, and I just realized that while we were doing that, and I was doing that little bit of logistic stuff. So anyway, you've got to watch us do some of the behind the curtain stuff where we try to get all our tabs in order, because that's the illusion. That was kayfabe. Anyway, this is session 3 of 4 for Gauntlet League Wrestling. Gauntlet League Wrestling is off next week because Gauntlet League Wrestling is doing their big roadshow promotion and at the Gauntlet Con, which there is a link in the show notes, crazily enough, to that stuff. So you can see that. Anyway, so this week, got my wrestling shirt on. This is Cuerno the Hunter. This is from the Lucha Underground. This is a shirt actually designed by Nathan Paoletta that I bought because it was a pretty cool graphic design. So that is my wrestling shirt for this week, Rich. That is it. I like it because when you go out, it actually looks like just a weird design shirt and not like I'm wearing a wrestling shirt like when I go and wear my Bray Wyatt shirt outside. Anyway, so we have a new wrestler coming in. It looks like we've had a plane delay, and it looks like La Caneja has not made it to Minneapolis this week. Hopefully she'll get in before the end of the show, but we will see about that. So let's go through our quick wrestlers. I'm going to have them do a quick 60-second pitch. Analyst, give us a 60-second pitch for who the analyst is.
60 seconds. I don't know if I want to waste that much time. I am here to do work. I have risen from the cubicles of corporate America to show Gauntlet League wrestlers how it can be done. Efficiently and effectively, I bring forth a paradigm shift, and I formed an LLC with several other wrestlers, and we're going to be making some takeovers, as it were.
Excellent. Spider Hero, your pitch.
Spider Hero is a 100% non-copyright infringing unique idea that the Gauntlet League Wrestling promotion came up with all on its own without any help from any major comic corporations at all. He is a young, plucky blogger for the league by day and an unstoppable crime fighter, masked crime fighter by night, who is bringing back justice and fairness and interesting gimmicks to Gauntlet League Wrestling.
Excellent. And Sub Pig, let's hear your pitch.
I am a man. Well, I'm not a man. I'm not even an animal. I don't know what I am. But I'm tired of being hurt. And I'm not going to take it anymore. And it might be too late for me, but I'm here in GLW to help the others before it's too late for them. And sometimes pain is the best teacher.
Thank you, Sub Pig. And last but not least, Anon, let's hear your quick pitch. Muted.
Okay. Yes, we are Anon. We are the vengeance of those wrestlers that have been discarded over the years, used by management, broken, have been exploited, and then cast aside. We're here to fight for all the wrestlers. But our power, our strength, lies in no one knows who we are. We are Anon.
Excellent. Excellent. And our new wrestler, Michael, please tell us about who your character is.
Yes, I am Millennial Mark. # hello. I'm the only son of former WWW Wrestling female division champion Courtney Max, and she is my mother / manager, and I am here to live up to the thoroughly unrealistic expectations of my forebears to show that the new generation of wrestlers can kick ass just as much as everyone else. # here to win. I want to give a shout out to all my fans the hashtag RoarFlakes.
Excellent. So we're going to work through your heat questions. And the way this works is you're going to ask those and put those out there, and people can say, yeah, that's me. And if they do so, you get to write down a +1 heat with them.
Okay. So here are the questions.
Okay.
All right. Question 1. Who did I debut with and leave behind?
Ooh, interesting. Anybody want to take that?
Who did I ghost in the ring?
I think I'll actually have that as one of the previous gimmicks for the wrestler portraying a non at the moment. So backstage, the fans, the smart marks all know who we are. It's just this is all a gimmick. This is all a play. So
let me ask you then, what was the previous gimmick?
I was your chauffeur.
Okay.
Or you mean my Uber driver, of course.
Uber driver.
Yes, your Uber driver. Sorry, I saw the Golden Boy. I assumed that you'd have some money.
Perfect. Let's hear your next heat question.
So Anon was the first one. Who's taken me under their wing?
Are you a babyface or a heel?
Babyface.
I think maybe Spider Hero has. He has an increasingly popular web series, which has really been the basis for his whole character, and I think he's worked some sort of social cross promotions with you.
Yeah, we could be YouTube buddies.
Yeah.
Awesome. YouTube buddies.
I just like the idea of Spider Hero's vlog.
Okay, next. Who's jealous of my rapid rise?
Ooh.
I don't understand it because the charts really didn't predict this. I can't. I'm very upset at Millennial Mark and this meteoric rise to popularity.
Yeah, I mean, do millennials even watch wrestling anymore? I mean, that's
right,
really
exactly. But how are you even popular?
And finally, who's taken it upon themselves to teach me a lesson in the ring?
Oh, that's me.
Yes.
That's something. You're young. You're pretty. You don't have to wind up like this.
Awesome. Okay. Looks like I've got a little bit of heat for everyone.
Yes. All right. So one of the things that we happened last week was that the promotion advanced. And as Patrick pointed out to me, that when the promotion advances, we get to add a tag onto it. So let me just, we can add a tag, remove a trouble, or add a trouble. So if everyone can pop to the promotion tags and troubles tab, say that 5 times fast. Right now, our current promotion tags are cable deal, high concept, touring shows, broadcast deal, and our troubles are inmate running the asylum, forces in the shadows, and dominating GM. Does anyone have a suggestion based on what's gone on the last couple weeks about a tag or trouble that needs to be added or needs to go?
Can I suggest, given the number of YouTubers we have now and people who do social media, we take social media expertise?
You guys like that?
I like expanding our audience.
Just one? Do we get to remove a trouble as well, or is it either or?
It's either or, but whoever goes over can modify these later.
True.
To be honest, I sort of love our troubles.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to do a last week on, and then I want to go right into a match, and we'll do some stuff, in terms of walk-ons on the match, your promo package and things like that. And then I've got an off-screen thing that I want to do, and then we'll kind of move into the next bit. Actually, yeah, we'll save that off-screen thing for that. So I want to start, if I may, with telling me about the highlight package. Anon, what's our last week on Gauntlet League Wrestling? We're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, don't you know? And we've got that. And what's the brief thing we see in the last week from Anon?
Okay, we cut to the ambulance driving down to the ring and crashing into the ring, the doors opening at the back, and Anon leading out to pull Spider Hero away from Venomous. We then actually cut to some of the big furball in the middle of the ring, and then it's a slow motion shot of Anon taking the hit that was meant for Sub Pig.
Nice. Sub Pig, what's our little package that we see for you?
It's just every blow he took, kind of close up, slow motion, extra noise put on it as the Analyst LLC is beating him down, and then there's a kind of the shot of the attack he takes that Anon intervened on. And kind of just really the confusion there is the focus of the promo, or the package rather.
All right, and what's the last week on we see from Spider Hero?
Okay, so we have these like nice full extended shots and previews for the other two. For Spider Hero, it is this like chaotic jumble of images, because since we hit it big on the CW last week, like late night in reruns of Riverdale and like Legends of Tomorrow, during the commercials they've been airing little like 2-minute webisode spots of Spider Hero's web series. So you do get like the the wrestling scene of him and Venomous last time, and then you get shots of like running battles through city streets with the Threatening 3 Electrocutioner and Professor Cephalopod Octopod and Black Vulture in like bank heists and knocking over art galleries and holding up like gala balls and things. And then you get a whole like Bleakwood's Last Hunt storyline with it, which is a team up with La Caneja, which is this weird tonal mixture between like dark shit like Spider Hero being shot and buried alive, but also like Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes type ridiculousness, rabbit season, duck season. And then you get shots of his Robbie's Aunt June, who is a grieving widow but is being picked up by Dr. Explosiones in date civilian gear. They go out on a couple of dates, and then there's this climactic scene with Aunt June like being held up over a pile of bombs, and Dr. Explosiones with her fists up. Then you get the Anoniverse crossover where Spider Hero and Anon go multiverse jumping to battle a corporation that's trying to take over and exploit the anonymous image and logo, but a whole series of multiversal Anons and Spider Hero team up to take them down. You get Robbie's girlfriend, MJ Holmes, is breaking up with him because they just don't spend enough time together and she doesn't see them connecting. And then there's a shot of like Spider Hero and MJ making out in the rain in an alley somewhere. And finally, there's an apocalyptic battle with Venomous and Spider Hero in a burning skyscraper with like costumes torn and blood everywhere and imprecations screamed at the sky. It's all incredibly confusing and chaotic, and they get like 3 seconds of each episode shoved in there, but by damn it, they got it all in.
A lot of careful editing there done throughout the week. And what after that chaos? What is the last week on we see from the analyst?
Unfortunately, because one spot ran a little long, his is mostly just causing Sub Pig to pass out from pain from his injury, and there's like a brief thing of a boardroom, and then the new LLC. That's it. They have to get on to the show.
I want to cut to you and your associates. Still a little bandaged up after last week. Capitan X and
Dreamboat
Alex. And Dreamboat's like, so the next item on the agenda is the Sub Pig situation. How are we going to deal? I mean, do we want to bring Sub Pig in? He's kind of a wild card, or do we need to finish him off?
Sub Pig is an animal. While I think that the chaos he creates could be beneficial to us, I don't see him as worthy of being part of this LLC. I think we need to take him out.
Ooh. Well, I have a proposal here. He holds up this form piece of paper that I will put forward to Wolf Backhouse that we get a match to unmask Sub Pig in the ring.
And what exactly are we putting up? Capitan, are we putting up your mask?
Well, you're going to win, so if he wins, he can join the clique.
That's true. Well, if he'll accept it, that's fine. If he won't accept it, then I guess we'll have to put up your mask, Capitan.
Sub Pig.
Yeah.
We cut to Wolf Backhouse speaking with you. He looks a little tired. He's been complaining. We cut in from him complaining about the fact that you guys are doing this crazy road show, coming up, and it's, being done, in rapid fire succession, and he has to do all the planning, and he's complaining about Bleakwood, and he looks exhausted, but he's like, Sub Pig, I've got a formal challenge put out here by the analyst to settle this feud between you and him after last week's interference. But there's some stakes to it.
Steaks? Am I gonna get to pierce his flesh with stakes?
Well, that's not exactly what we're looking for, but if you win, he will bring you on to his stable and support you.
He wants to be my friend.
If he wins, he takes your mask.
I don't think he understands. This isn't a mask! He's the one with the mask, with that shiny, stretchy pink mask on his face, and I might take it. But I'll sign these papers, Wolf Backhouse, because I've got so many friends. Ever since I decided to stand up for myself, everybody wants to be my friend. Anon wants to be my friend. The analyst wants to be my friend. Dave Meltzer wants to be my friend. Wade Keller wants to be my friend. But you can't be my friend, Wade Keller. The torch sucks.
All right. Well, we're getting that match together then. And Sub Pig, you have the chance to kind of do your promo package or setup. You can go right from this to running out to the ring. What's your setup here?
He'll run out to a ring, but he'll grab a cameraman.
Got a hold of him, go running out.
He just wants he wants the camera right tight in his face. And he says, Kaneha, keep listening to me. I know you've heard my message, and that's why you're not here today. We've got a TV deal. You could be on TV. Not like this. The only show they're going to let me on come back! And he pushes the cameraman away.
So are you cutting a promo on La Caneja?
I think that would be less cutting a promo because I'm not really like. I don't think I'm cutting. I'm more just like putting my message across. So is that
okay?
Is that working the audience?
Yeah, I think that sounds like working the audience.
Okay, so where are the rules for that?
Roll your current audience.
My current audience is
which
pretty
didn't
good.
reset from last week.
Oh, damn it. This is the second time.
It didn't reset.
Oh, it didn't? Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
Good. That's good then. Do you put the dice roller in there? Because I don't see it.
Oh, yeah. Let me give you a roll for the party.
Wait, don't do a new one. Don't do a new one.
What is it? Which one is it then?
I put it at the bottom of where the thing is. I'll link it right here.
Okay. Oh, definitely Daring Koala. Thank you.
Hey, Michael, please don't clear. Don't clear. Nobody clear. I have my purple dice. I like that.
Okay.
All right, so that is an 11.
So you get 2 momentum.
All right.
Sub Pig comes tearing out into this Minnesota audience. They haven't even like put the house lights down to start the show. And the Sub Pig comes tearing out. They're just wrapping some other video packages. And you are up in the stage, the cameraman looking desperately panicked as it comes in on you. Analyst, what do we see backstage from you? Do we see an interview? Do we see a video package? Do we follow you out? What do we see?
So just so I understand, is this like current timeline in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Like, is it now? So? I think we see the analyst coming in from his nice. Let's say he's got a slick BMW that he comes out, and it's already starting to snow. Right? He looks up. Son of a bitch. And then he heads inside, and it's following him as he's going in, suit and tie. He starts getting ready for the match. He's checking over. He's got a couple of monitor displays as he's looking at all of the previous match of Sub Pig, and he like dials in to show certain body parts and the like. And then, that's his package. He's getting ready. He'll look to the camera and say, "Well, despite my best efforts, we are here in the frigid waste of Minnesota, filled with passive-aggressive Minnesota nice people. We'll put on the best we can for you, but I doubt that a populace that enjoys the red-green show will enjoy what I have to show you."
Take your cheap heat.
Cheap as fuck.
And you will come down. What is your entrance music again now?
The entrance music this time around is some arena-style trance by Paul Oakenfold. It just fills the room because Minnesota actually cares about sound quality, so the bass is heavy and pumping, and it's very exciting. And of course, we have the laser light show, the green, although the Matrix formulae and formula that are sprayed across the... where are we again? Are we at like another high school, or are we actually upgraded to a nicer arena this time around?
You tell me. I heard
Minnesota State University is where we're at.
Okay. They've got is there a nice like athletic center there for that?
There is. There's a nice athletic center that's paid for by all of the extreme amount of taxes that you pay.
And it's probably the reason that they can do this is it's fall break for MSU, so they can have to rent out the stadium during this time. All right, so you come up into the ring. Sub Pig is up there. Sub Pig, are you there? I think Matt had to step away.
No, I've got. So I sometimes I'll try to edit children out for your convenience.
Okay. Sub Pig, the analyst comes up into the ring. You're already there. You've worked the audience. You get that 2 momentum, so you kind of have the edge. So where do we start?
We start as they were walking towards the ring. I was scavenging under it for plunder, and so I'm still throwing shit into the ring.
What's the biggest thing you pull out from under there?
A table.
Okay. Table comes out. It's already flopped on the thing. All right. Well, tell us how this match starts then.
I am literally just going ape under here. I'm waiting for the analyst to do something to me.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep filling the ring with plunder.
Analyst, he's still digging stuff out, and control passes to you.
Sweet. If he continues digging stuff out, I'll direct my co-workers, my peers, although really they're just my subordinates, to grab stuff off of the mat, start stealing all of the devices he's going to use to cheat, and then I'm coming up to kick him in the back of the head.
Okay, so even as Subpig is throwing things up, Capitan X and Dream Poet are starting to pull things out, and then boom, the analyst is up behind. What does that look like?
Oh, well, yeah. What does it look like? Yeah, go.
Subpig?
What does it look like? I mean, he's bent over. He's not paying any attention. He catches the super kick to the back of the head. He's, like I said, he's selling like hell,
Do you think that's a high point, or are you moving something else? I mean, what's the sequence look like there after you super kick him?
Once I super kick him, I want to get him up onto the mat. I want to wrestle. I'm here to wrestle and take that mask of his. So as he draws back, I'll grab him by the back of the head and I shove him like underneath the bottom rope, and then follow after him, stripping off my suit and tossing my glasses.
Awesome. You throw him up into the ring, and what's the high point of the next bit?
Well, a high point of the next bit, of course, we get some nice, exciting wrestling as my underlings are pulling things off of the mat. As we swing, he runs across the ring, bounces into the ropes, and I come with a high flying choke slam action there and get him to the ground. And then he dances up, and I think that he's going to go for the same shoulder, right? Passed out before, so he calls it left shoulder.
Okay. Who wants to be the announcer for this match? Patrick, Gerwin, either one of you want to do this one?
I prefer not to announce this one if I could.
Okay. Patrick, you want to announce on this?
Sure.
Okay. So he's working the shoulder as he would.
All right, so tonight we have the corporate pig versus the real pig, just in there working that torque.
Awesome. Let's have the analyst roll with work.
Okay, good. So I will roll with work. Here we go. Reroll selected. I have rolled an 8. I have a 2 on work. That is a 10.
More heat or more momentum?
Let's see. If I go one more heat with Subpig, that takes me to 4 heat.
Yeah, to get you your audience you want.
That's what I want. So I want to go over here. So yeah. So I go to 4 heat, and that takes me up by 1 audience.
At the end of the match, it'll tick you up by 1. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody help me remember that.
we will boom toss him. Subpig, he still has control of the match. What does that transition into, analyst?
Ooh, yeah. So we do the choke slam. Basically, it was not a choke slam. It was like I don't know what it's called, where you stick your arm out and you knock them over. Clothesline. God, sorry. That's so simple. Why can't I come up with more complex things to not remember?
I was going to go with Uranagi. I was way overthinking that.
Wow, let's go with Uranagi. It sounds so much cooler. So you get a Uranagi.
Yeah, or a spinning lariat.
Thank you, guys. I should actually watch wrestling more than once every 20 years. And I might remember these things. Yeah, I think the next thing he's going to do is just immediately start working for the arm, try to weaken it. So he's going to put him in like a chicken wing type arm lock there and start trying to work the pains. Just go for where he's at, where he's weakest.
All right. So that seems like we're still doing work. You're still doing technical.
Yeah. And at this point now, the Subpig is sounding like crazy. He's like, he's just like squealing and flailing and spitting.
And it's loud. You said that the sound system is good here, so it is carrying throughout the audience.
Oh, jeez. It's probably little kids like holding their ears.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, the analyst's stock portfolio may not be looking great, but this crowd is hungry for some bacon.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 6, but I have a +2, so that takes me up to an 8. I am going to. I only have 1 momentum. Oh, dang it! All right, so I'll just leave it at an 8. Okay, so I at a 7 to 9, I can either retain control or I'm going to give him control and gain 1 momentum because that could have benefited me before.
Okay. So it's a good hit, but then Subpig, you can kind of come back from that. What is this next sequence?
So if he's got me like in a chicken wing, I have a lot of weight and size on him, I imagine. So I kind of do like a shoulder throw into the corner now where I've got him upside down, and it's because it's wrestling. Like he fell into like a tree of woe with his like knees bent over the top rope, and as the boots are being laid into the unprotected head and face area, and I'm like holding onto the corner for leverage and just stomping away on the face. Very, strong style.
So are you using power, or are you trying to do this more spectacularly, demonstrating your hardcore nature?
Oh no, this is work real stiff or whatever that one's called.
Hardcore violence or work real stiff? Ooh, okay. Roll real.
Hey, where'd you go, dice roller? I should really pop that out, but I'm not a smart man. So that was a 1 and a 4. And I add 2 real to that, which brings me to a 7.
So 7 to 9 is you can injure him, your opponent losing an audience, or the match ends in a no contest.
I'm sorry, but red equals green. And he is injured.
So what happens? What's the injury there?
If I get to decide,
you guys can negotiate on that.
Yeah, we could talk it through. What were you thinking?
It is a broken nose. As I was doing like the face washes, which are like a legitimate move, just to put like kind of like boot rash across your face. I missed the mark. Maybe intentionally, or maybe I wasn't really paying much attention because I've learned that hurting people gets me over. And your nose broke explosively, like blood everywhere. And it's like it's already swollen up huge. Like that time Seth Rollins broke John Cena's nose in the ring, if anyone remembers that.
So you come out of that one. Subpig probably steps back. There's probably a little slick blood on the mat there. And you have control of the match, analyst.
Yeah, eyes are watering up a little bit. No blood trickling out from his nose. He holds the nose for a little bit, but he does he kind of blows it out to clear it. And he's going to keep to wrestling because he knows that once this goes into an out-and-out brawl with Subpig, it's messy, uncontrollable, and weird. So I think he's gonna. Hopefully, Subpig is not really trying to hurt him. So he's going to toss him into a turnbuckle and do the thing where he like goes in, shoulders him like a football tackle in the gut, that he jumps up on the rope and he's hammering his fist down on Subpig, like hitting him across the head and the like.
As you're leaning in, Subpig is whispering to you, like out of character, like, "I'm okay with the receipt, dude. You owe me one."
Nice. God, Subpig's so insane. It's great. Yeah, he's doing the thing where he's like raising his hand up, he's hammering into Subpig, and then he's gonna grab Subpig by the shoulders and roll back and like shove his boots right into Subpig's gut and flip him over. It's a nice kind of aerodynamic little flip.
That sounds big. I think you're working with your opponent here. Let's have you roll heat.
Oh, neat. Okay, we'll roll heat. I've got lots of heat, so let's do that. Oh wow, I rolled a 6 again, but with 4 heat, that takes me up to 10.
10. So you can get 2 momentum with this because you're already at 4 heat.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll take 2 momentum.
Oh, yes, people, this is real. You are seeing this. Subpig was trying to trim the fat from the analyst's corporate board, but now we see it here first. A pig is flying in the ring.
Subpig hits, lands. Analyst, here's the sitch, though. Wolf Backhouse before the match said you have to. Subpig's got to win this one.
Did he now?
You are booked to win.
Subpig is booked to win.
Yeah. You have still control, analyst. Subpig is booked to win.
Tough.
Where is Subpig right now, Subpig?
Subpig, after the last move set, would just be kind of like in the corner, right? Kind of laid out.
Kind of shaky.
I am going to go ahead and cede control.
Oh, hand control over to Subpig.
All right. Well, Subpig's got control.
You're booked to win.
I'm booked to win. And what they've done is they've swept all the garbage out of the ring to the outside, right?
Yep.
So the outside is probably just littered with crap everywhere. And I'm going to say we're in his corner where his guys are outside. So I'm going to do the venerable wrestling move where I toss him over the ropes. And, his guys are on the outside and they kind of catch him, but then they all fall down. And if I'm booked to win, I would like to then ascend to the top rope because my finisher is a top rope move and hit my finisher to the outside on all 3 of them.
That's insane.
That sounds great. Let us have you roll your finisher.
All right. So what is it? It's just that's just a clean roll, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
So that's a 2 I'm seeing there. Am I correct on that?
No, I just think the corners of those dice are very dark.
Okay. So what is there anything for the hard move fumble there?
Let's see. I think there is. When I 10 plus on a botch, you still get the win, but you pick one, you lose one audience, or you injure your opponent.
And what were you trying to do there? What was your move you're doing?
The move is just a senton, like old school style senton, where it is literally just a fat guy jumping off the top rope and landing ass first on his opponent. No flips, no nothing.
Do you want to put him over?
Yeah. So Subpig has this corporate hog down in the frying pan, and he is gonna smush that bacon flat as he lands on top of him. The crowd goes crazy. Push you up to a 7-9.
What's the 7-9 result?
7-9 result is, I got a choice. All right, I sacrifice my body to make it happen. I gain plus heat with them, and I take an injury.
So
but because I have Are You Not Entertained, when I take injury, I roll plus real.
Okay.
So, well, that move these fucking things. All right. Jesus Christ.
That looks like a 4.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And all the momentum I have actually will help me. I can spend 3 momentum and take that to a 7 because I haven't spent any yet.
Okay.
So
let me ask a question. Number 1, 2 questions. Can I spend momentum to help his move?
I don't think you can. I don't think the rules allow for that. That's a good question, though.
There is a veteran move that allows you to spend momentum to aid your opponent.
Yeah, so I think it's a specialty one.
So that's
and your second question?
Oh, well, the second question's less relevant, but my injury move. When I lose a match due to my injury, I will lose all momentum. So you'll need to help interpret if I'm losing because of this. Because I'm only losing because I was told I have to lose.
Yeah, I think it's not going to be as a result of that physical effect there.
Okay, cool.
So what does that look like with that?
All right, so what that does is I gain one audience from "Are you not entertained?" for that.
Okay.
What that looks like is I went off the top rope, and the move wasn't quite spaced out right. They were a little bit beyond the reach of my not so impressive jump. But I kind of extended myself, and I laid into them enough that it's believable for the story. But everybody saw that the back of my head hit the ground before my ass hit them. I'm now bleeding out the back of the head badly. But again, storyline wise, it's enough that I can roll him into the ring and just lay an arm over him as we both collapse.
And what does that put you audience to? What's your total audience now?
That brings me to 3.
Okay. And analyst, you're going to go to a 4.
And Matt, your injury move says you get an extra heat for taking that injury there with him.
Oh. So if I have an extra heat, what does that put me at with him?
Because I think you gained a heat there from the 7 to 9 as well.
Yep, that's only 2 though, still.
And I'm going to check and make sure. I want to make sure I get this right. I think there's an additional effect because technically we have a feud settled there.
Oh, yeah, there's an advance then.
Yep.
Yes. And I just want to check on that. Yeah, I think that is a feud that is settled as Sub Pig manages to gain some advantage there. So you two will both get an advance.
All right.
Lowell, while they're still in the ring, can I have a segment, please?
Sure, please.
Okay, so Sub Pig's in the ring, blood coming from the back of his mask. He's trying to stand up, his legs are shaking, he falls down, and the anonymous music hits. And 6 figures start walking down the ring through the crowd, jump over into the ring. And
okay. Let me pause here. Analyst, where are you when this is going on? I just want to make sure if you're cool with this playing out and fall back, or do you want to interfere on this?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed. So I'm talking to El Capitan about, I think we negotiated you have to mask us to go, right? Or did you actually have that rider in on the contract? I mean, I left that to you, Capitan.
Okay. So there's some cutback from that. The 6 Anon come down. And what happens?
What the lead Anon pulls out a mic from under his hoodie, holds it up, and kneels down next to Sub Pig. Mr. Sub Pig, you look pretty beaten up. He said to expect us. We are here. For too long, we have stood by as others have abused you. What you are today is a product of their abuse. We said we would not protect you. We were wrong. And they'll drop the mic and they'll pick him up and take him backstage.
Let's actually pause here, because this is a good point for the Sub Pig to react. Whether he's going to go along with Anon or go along with the analyst. Sub Pig, what do you think? You're caught between 2 worlds.
And Sub Pig, he's got like a dazed, crazed look. Like you see the eyes coming out from behind the mask, and they've got the 1,000-yard stare. And he's rubbing his hand on the back of his head. There's so much blood; it's kind of jetting out faster as he's squeezing. And he says, rubbing the blood on the Anon mask. You're my friend. You're my friend. And then he hits his signature move clothesline on him.
Is that cool, Anon?
Yeah.
Boom. And we'll cut away as Anon is kind of pushed back by Sub Pig. Blood everywhere. Wolf Backhouse cuts to commercial because now there's way too much blood out there on the mat.
Right, but right before commercial there, I think it cuts back to the announcer table with just the announcer sitting there. That'll do, Sub Pig. That'll do.
That seems perfect. Are you guys good with that sequence?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Let's cut back. We're gonna take our 5-minute break here. So I can grab some more coffee. And when we come back, we'll talk about some backstage stuff, and we're going to put a couple of our people who haven't wrestled yet into the ring. Okay? All right.
Sounds good. All right. So where is this shit?
The story of Sub Pig. What did you take for an advance, Pig?
I'm looking right now.
Ah, okay.
Let me see. Where's my...
Red is green sounds like a good one for you.
And my look isn't good, though, which is weird. It's weird how this game works, that I was just forced to choose real at the expensive look.
Could raise your look.
Or I could take... That would be long-term planning. But that is insane, I think, is the move I want. When you demonstrate reckless disregard for your own health and safety, substitute real for any other stat.
Yeah, that seems right.
That's what I want. Okay, that's what we're going with.
I think that move has like comma sub pig at the end.
Yeah. There's a picture of sub pig by it.
I have to say, I love the character, though. I absolutely love the character.
Jesus, I love sub pig.
It's good.
Oh, by the way, sorry if I didn't get any promos out this week, guys. Bit of a hectic week for me. Expect more videos this week.
I think you, with that one pre-tape, you showed me like the potential of this game that I've never seen before. That like it lends itself so well. Everybody has a cell phone where they can cut a promo. You know, like to doing between episode pre-tapes that feels so wrestling, and it's so easy to do, and it works so well.
They're so great.
The whole movie selfie versions of things. It's great.
But yes, I am judging you for not putting one out from my stack of videos that I've made for this game.
Well, the problem is you always get content ID'd every time you try and do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going with that. Damn corporate lawyers.
So I want to come back, and Gerwin has an off-camera scene that he would like to do with everybody back in the locker room. Imagine that it's all of you, including our newest member, who's kind of clearly there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. You've heard some talk that's been happening. One of the things that you guys have been hearing is that Bleakwood is considering like cutting the roster. This whole road show that he's going on is maybe to look at cheaper talent and bring them in. And he's considering cutting the roster, but this is an off-camera scene in the locker room. Probably Capitan X and even some of the people like Gargoyle Lord and Typhoon Bale, who's the sort of the veteran old man back in the locker room, Terminatrix and the others. So set us up, Gerwin, on what this scene is.
Okay, well, there's not enough to fit in the locker room, so we actually take up one of the hallways.
Okay.
And everyone's clustered there. People are leaning against the walls. Everyone's in their kit right in the break while the show's waiting to go on. One person distinctively not there is Backhouse. Hi, the person playing Anon, who I'm not going to describe in any way, shape, or form, stands up on a crate. Hello, everyone. Hello? Hello? Can I have your attention, please? Hey, can everyone hear me? Okay. I'm sure you've heard all the rumors going around about the current state of the promotion. I'm sure you've heard certain interviews have been going on recently with talent in the cities we've been visiting. And I'm sure a lot of you saw Harbinger back last week.
Yeah. A lot of muttering about that.
I'm really happy about it.
Yeah. Who here actually trust? We've all wrestled with Bleakwood. we've been behind the scenes with him. We've seen what he's like. We've seen how much he obsesses over his action figure sales. We've seen just how corporate he is. He doesn't give a flying beep about any of us.
You'll see Typhoon Bale will actually kind of stand up and he'll say, I shouldn't be here for this.
No, you should be here for this more than anything else.
No. I need to. You guys
Bale.
do your talk. You do your talk. Let me step out of this. I'm not going to say anything. And he'll walk out.
He's gonna stooge on you. You know that, right?
He is who he is. I am who I am, and I can't. Just out there, I may be playing a gimmick, but you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We've less said about that, the better, Subpeg. But
there's some laughter.
Have any of you here read your contracts?
Of course.
My mom went over it.
Okay. At the moment, and to be fair, she has experience of them. She's seen enough of them in her time.
Heyo.
There's a long pause after that line.
Cricket.
But no, the reason Bleakwood is in charge at the moment is he owns 51% of the company. Well, the company doesn't actually own any of its own stock. Our contract states we have a stock option as employees, so we can execute in lieu of certain pay. Where do you think those stocks come from?
Long pause. Everyone looks at the analyst.
Please do go ahead, Anon. Where does it come from?
I'm asking. I have no experience of this, but it seems to me the problem we have is that the person in charge has a majority share of this company, and yet we have the option to buy a share of this company. What I want to know is, can they create more shares, or do they have to provide them from the existing shares?
Look, I mean, I get that like friction with Bleakwood in ring makes great heat and it's good storylines, but I mean, think about it. Think about this promotion 2-3 years ago. Would costumed supervillains and audience members running into the ring have been what Gauntlet League went for then? No. Bleakwood's brought something. He's brought a spark to what's going on here. And look at us. Every week it seems like our audience is expanding. We're syndicated on the CW. We've got an ever-expanding online presence. Look, this idiot got to join just because of some YouTube something. Points over at Mark. Look, whether you like Bleakwood or not, what he's doing is profitable, and I think maybe you should save your animosity for the ring.
He brought Harbinger back. How many of us have that guy hurt over the years? He got fired for injuring wrestlers.
Yeah, and as soon as he came in, our 15 to 24 audience doubled.
Yeah, I almost killed a guy, and my career has never been better.
Wait, we're actually gonna get hurt at this?
No. It's cool. Everybody's gonna be cool, and they all look at Subpig.
And I point to the analyst, who must have a huge bandage over his face right now after what I did to him.
All right.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna get hurt, pretty boy.
And you will see Gargoyle Lord, who almost never talks. That's his thing. Is he's a silent guy. He goes, look, look, I'll look into it. I'll see where the stocks come from, okay? But you gotta simmer this down during the shows, okay, man? And he says, I know maybe you got some money in the bank, but look, you said take stocks in lieu of payment. That's not something I can do. And I'm betting that for most of these people, you know, it's a choice between that or heating up a sandwich on the radiator of a car, okay?
Well, the members of the LLC are well taken care of.
Yeah, that's...
If you throw him in the ring when a camera's on and you give me plausible deniability, I'll kill him. Do you know the contract from New Japan that I've got waiting for me?
Does that seem like...
I've said my piece.
All right, that's...
Yeah, whatever.
Does that seem like a good place to cut?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's cut from that off-camera backroom negotiations. And does anybody else have something that you want to do, or should I move into the package for the next event?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will cut to a scene of that J. Jonah Jameson silhouetted figure, and he is berating Venomous and the others, Black Vulture and Electrocutioner and Professor Octopod. And he says, you guys can't finish the job. Looks like villains aren't going to do the work. But I've got a plan. And he holds up a VHS tape. Because, wait till you see this. And we'll cut to a sort of grainy video that is put up on the Gauntletron. And it shows a bank robbery. It's like a video camera shot of a bank robbery. And you can see in that we've got the bank robber there. They've got the costumes on, that kind of thing. And we will see our newest wrestler robbing the bank, or how do I put this? Someone who's very clearly not that person, but dressed as them, sort of faking this footage of our millennial Mark robbing the bank there. And we'll cut from there to Spider Hero. Spider Hero, what is your reaction when you see this guy robbing a bank? This video footage of him having been committed this criminal act.
So yeah, I think it zooms back out of the video, and now it's on a computer screen in front of Spider Hero, and he has his new costume on with the mask sort of pulled up above his nose, and there's just this shock on his face as he looks. I knew this guy was going to be trouble. He has no respect for tradition. He has no respect for how this league operates. And now he's joining up with the villains. Now he's robbing the good people of Minnesota. This is too much. Pulls the mask down. Turns off.
So you're calling him out. Do you want to say anything more to cut your promo? Anything you want to say about him?
I don't know. My impulse is to do a like you damn kids thing, but I don't think that's very Spider Hero.
Well, let's have you roll look.
Six, 8.
So you get to make creative book you in a match, add a stipulation to a match, gain a momentum, or gain a heat with the subject of your promo?
I'll gain a heat with Mark. I don't think I have any.
Perfect. Mark.
Yes.
This is your first match. You've been told that Spider Hero has asked specifically for a match with you. No indication that anything else is going on.
I've got a rules question. When someone's heat goes up with you, does their heat go up with them? Is it
no, it's only one-sided. Yeah,
that's what I thought. Okay. Anyway,
so tell me about this promo that we're going to see for you. Is it an interview? Is it a video package? Is it a montage? What do we see of your excitement getting to go into the ring against Spider Hero?
Right. So I haven't seen his promo against me yet. Is that correct?
Of course not.
Okay.
Well, you have, but you haven't.
Oh. Okay. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm new to this game. I'm still figuring out the character and then the character's character and then the me thing. Yes. So has real Mark seen the promo yet?
Real Mark has. So real Mark knows that that what the setup is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I know that there's a video of me robbing a bank.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm actually.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. So I've actually.
Sub Pig in a Millennial Mark costume. So it looked really bad.
Oh, okay. So it was an obvious fake. So it wasn't like real. Okay. Okay. Well, here's what I'm. Okay. So real me. Here's my reaction. I'm gonna. I'm gonna cut a promo to kind of like offset the potential embarrassment of that. I'm going to start a new meme where you fake a bank robbery for fun, and it's going to be I'm going to do it as a fundraiser for like one of those like ice bucket challenge fundraisers. Like I'll start challenging celebrities to fake a bank robbery or donate to a cause. So when the video of me comes out, it's gonna be like, well, that was just part of the fundraising. You know, that's not really me robbing a bank.
Rob a bank for lupus.
So yeah, I think when Spider Hero walks away from his screen, like just seconds later, this little social media alert of the charity rob a bank for lupus pops up, but he just missed it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll call my buddy, the guy who played Cisco on The Flash, since we're all about CW.
All right. So this sounds like actually you're working the audience here, rather than kind of cutting a direct promo.
That's what I like to do.
So go ahead and roll with your audience.
Oh, well, roll with the audience. Okay, that's good too. All right, here we go. My first roll of wrestling. And there's the button. Well, I got a 7.
Okay. So you
get a 7 total.
You get a choice. Well, actually, you're not in a match yet. So, you can either start in control of the match, or you can get a momentum. Momentum is the currency that you spend to boost rolls. Really useful.
Yeah, I'll take that momentum.
Okay. Mark, what does your entrance look like when you come down to get into the ring? What's the music? What do we see?
Oh, right. So I figure I probably come into some like trendy millennial. We'll go with something by Passion Pit, because I actually like that band.
Okay. Not
something
Mumford
really.
Sons.
I thought about it. Well, something basically it's like upbeat and poppy and kind of techno-y, and he's taking selfies with all his fans along the aisles as he's coming. Yeah, exactly. And they're all getting posted up. So and then he leads to the ring. His mom's walking with him. She's like she probably leads the way, and she probably helps him up into the ring.
How is she dressed?
She's probably got definitely got the business executive mom thing going on. So pantsuit, very stylish, that sort of thing.
And what does Millennial Mark look like?
Oh, well, I got my picture up. He's wearing kind of a flannel shirt, big beard, glasses, that sort of thing. Skinny jeans.
All right. So you're in the ring. You've kind of come up. You're excited. Cut to Spider Hero's
entrance. Just ahead of me.
You're muted.
I am muted. So Spider Hero, it's one of the entrances at the sort of back of the audience. The curtains flare open, and there's a hit of like strobing spotlights to time right to the swell of this not quite Spider Man infringing theme music. And just as he's coming out, they've set up a series of basically silly string cannons that shoot like the contents of 50 silly string canisters towards each side of the audience. It just sort of coats this whole part of the audience that's near this aisle he's coming down in all of this silly string as he manages to do a fairly impressive looking like acrobatic tumble set down the entryway and up, hopping really impressively straight up onto the top of the turnbuckle, where he sort of crouches down on all fours, his knees pointed up, and points at Millennial Mark, saying, You have to be taught a lesson that civic responsibility and people's savings accounts are not to be trifled with. And I think right at that moment, because he does have this new experimental mask that has like mobile eyes on it, it sort of fritzes out so that one of the eye holes looks like it's winking at you, like, hey, buddy. And you turn around and sort of smile at the audience while Spider Hero's like trying to hit it and get it to work again. He's really pissed off at you, though.
So I take that as a sign that, yeah, Mark takes that as a sign that that we're in full cooperation in this, and we're a team, and there's no real animosity going on.
Oh yeah, we definitely understand each other.
That was a big production. Do you think you're taking the risk and working the audience there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them up on my side.
Always a risk when you roll.
So let's see. Woof, that is a 13 though.
Wow. Okay. So I believe that's mythic.
Oh, we don't have one for audience. Haha. So I have to spend all my momentum, but I can choose one of those things.
Yep.
I will do that thing. Oh, wow. You whip them into a real frenzy. Gain +1 audience as the audience storms the ring.
Okay, so right now the audience, the kids and stuff, the silly string cannons have gone off. Mark, you're excited because it looks like the crowd loves you already because they're up there, silly string on them. They're screaming your name. Probably not hearing that they're screaming for your blood. They are pushing in on the things that probably the ring is probably shaking from this, they're excited because people are hearing about this horrible rob a bank for lupus thing, and already some of the things are coming in about there having been somebody getting shot by accident, right. And that this meme has gone terribly awry already. Spider Hero, you have control of the match, and so you get to start and describe what this first sequence looks like here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're in the ring as the audience is just sort of starting to like froth past the barriers and get up to the edge there. I think Mark is like leaning down and trying to like high five and handshake and stuff with people and get a couple selfies in while they're like grabbing at his oh yeah, I'd totally love to have Billy Fashions
Billy Fashions on commentary.
As the audience is like grabbing at Mark's legs, he finds himself sort of held up in them as Spider Hero just comes off the opposite rope, flying in sort of an elbow to the chest right into the ropes there.
It's like Daniel Bryan's appreciation night without any planning. Welcome to GLW.
All right. So does that sound like work or What are you doing here? Describe to me what
Yeah,
this sequence is.
I think it's probably distressingly wrestly. It's probably work.
All right. So you come flying in. You have control of the match. Now let me stop. And Mark.
Yes.
What will happen is he'll describe what he's doing. We'll kind of negotiate what it is. You guys can talk about what that sequence looks like. At a certain point, we'll go to the roll. If at any point you would like to take control of the match, if you don't have control of it, you can spend a momentum to do that.
Right, the interrupt move. I was just eyeing that.
Yes, so just to keep you in line on that.
Thank you.
All right. Let's have you roll, Spider Hero.
So yeah, I come flying in with the elbow at the chest, rolling work. Makes that an 8 minus 1 is still 7.
Nice. Do you still want control or do you want a momentum?
I just gave up all my momentum, so I need momentum back. So yeah, I come flying in with the elbow, and it sort of twists his feet out from the audience's grasp. He goes flipping over the top rope, but then gets, I think, sort of caught and held up by the audience and sort of crowd surfs his way triumphantly back in the ring. Maybe still not realizing that like things Spider Hero and the audience are not totally on his side.
Tito Santana, he is not.
Mark, you've controlled the match. You push back into the ring. Describe to me what this next sequence looks like. What do you do here with Spider Hero? What you have control?
Okay, so I'm going to. I think the first thing is going to, since he still kind of feels like this audience is on his side, he's going to. I guess he'd try to. He's going to try to high five everyone and then thank him for their support, but to clear the ring so that we can get this thing on in earnest.
So you want to continue to work the audience?
Yeah, thinking that the audience is on my side, but
okay,
not realizing that.
Let's have you roll with your audience. You're not paying any attention to the wrestling. You're keeping things safe. You know, your mom is kind of pushed back. She's like, you see her going. Damn.
All right, here we go. Re-rolling. That's an 8.
Okay, so you can take a momentum, or you can keep control.
If I don't keep control, does it mean it goes back to Spider?
Oh yes,
Spider Hero. Oh yeah. You know, I think I'm gonna. I know I'm sitting on a big pile of momentum, but I'm gonna take the momentum and give it back to control. Give it back to Spider Hero.
Spider Hero, he's not paying any attention to you. He's taunting you.
Does he not understand that we're in a fight? Does he not understand the danger that he's in and the grief that he's caused these people? So yeah, Spider Hero, he turns out to the audience. He gets a corner of them sort of worked up into a froth, and you see this like corner of the ring as the audience starts pouring in. I think led by Crying Kid from last episode.
Okay.
Spider Hero, Robbie's like a real fan of that kid. He's gonna, I think, bring him into the promotion. But yeah, they're let in, and they now sort of just swarming in the ring as Spider Hero comes like parkouring, leaping, flipping over people's shoulders through this crowd to get at Mike as he's still distracted. I think taking a selfie with people. So his back is turned. He's taking the selfie with this crowd that's advancing behind him. And Spider Hero comes flying in to kick the phone out of his hand. And,
Holy fan service, Batman!
Phone, not the phone. Oh snap!
So yeah, I think a full-on wrestling move against the phone.
Okay, so that seems like, look, that's a good signature move for you. You know, not real wrestling, but taking the phone out.
And attacking the phone has made this a battle for social media as the Marcaniacs and Spider Hero's remarkable pals are pushing this to be the #1 trending topic on Twitter.
I think I have misjudged our tech-savvy crowd, and I got a 5 as I don't think they like me breaking his phone.
So you give him a momentum. Do you have any momentum, Spider Hero?
I had just built up one.
Okay, so now Mark has another momentum.
Wow, I've got 4 momentum. Well, normally I was going to go to one of Mark's signature moves, asking his mom for advice, but you've made it real by smashing his phone. You don't mess with the phone, so he's actually going to skip ahead and not even do a signature move, but go straight for the violence, especially since he's sitting on 4 pieces of momentum here. So he's going to unleash another one of his moves, the blow storm that's just where he just flails on you. It's not really a signature move because everyone does that, but he calls it, like, instead of a snowstorm, kind of a take on the snowflake thing. That's his.
Ow! Hey, stop it! Ow! Oh, hey.
So I figure that's just straight up violence.
Well, so it looks like a wrestling move. You're not really trying to do serious harm, right? Or are you?
Yeah, maybe actually. I think. Well, no. Let's just keep the wrestling for now.
Okay. So it's because you're doing your signature move. You demonstrated. You're coming in on him, pushing.
Okay, let's roll this then.
And he drops his cell phone and lays in with a flurry of blows, which is a good thing because my man Paul from the bingo hall was about to sue.
So that's a look. I generated a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get a choice. You can get 2 momentum, or you can increase your heat with Spider Hero. Heat is important.
Let's increase the heat because I've got plenty of momentum as it is.
So Spider Hero is thrown back. You do that flailing. You still got control of the match. People are digging it.
Okay, and there are people still in the the crowd still
the ref is trying to get people out of there, trying to push them off to clear the stage. So you've got a little more room probably.
Okay. Well, let's see. I can't do my signature, or I can't do my selfie smash since the phone is actually smashed. So he's going to actually, I think at this point he's going to go ahead and ask mom. He'll like shout at his manager mom and ask what he should do, what he should do next. Because like normally he do the selfie thing where he like flings his opponent against the ring, and then when they bounce back, he does the smash while taking a selfie at the same time. But he can't do that now.
So your mom is kind of demonstrating. She's like doing the stuff for get him. Grab him, do the lock, take down. She's trying to.
Oh, a lock. Okay.
Lock. Thumbs.
Yeah, let's do a lock. Okay.
Okay.
Michael, do a lock.
All right. She wants you to kind of try and do some technical wrestling here. So let's have your roll work.
Work. Work's not my strong suit, but that's okay. I got momentum. Reroll. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a good thing I got that momentum. I rolled a 4. But
Mama, the match has just begun, and now I've gone and thrown it all away.
Oh my god!
Oh man! I'll go ahead and blow 3 momentum just to bring that up to a 7.
All right. So you can either keep control of the match, or give control over to Spider Hero and take a momentum back.
I'll do the latter.
Okay. All right. Spider Hero, he tries to do the lock, kind of gets you in that. What happens next?
Sorry. So we're grappled up there. Most of the audience has been shuffled out of the ring again. But like half the audience is now on Mark's side. They're sort of chanting and choosing sides of the ring. But I think just as Mark is going in for a heavy blow like that kid, he manages to get up between us. Mark sort of backs off from the bad optics of beating up a preteen. And Spider Hero, he sort of staggers over into the other corner of the ring. The kid sort of shielding him and letting him get over there. He catches his breath. And he looks back at Mark and says, You You think you can trick these people? You think you can turn them against justice and rightness? You can't. These people understand the value of truth and of upstanding banking practices. And he comes in doing a roll along the floor to take Mark out at the knees and land up on his chest and just start pounding on him.
Ooh. The nice roll, doing your spider stuff. Let's have you roll look.
Ooh, 9.
So you can get a momentum and hand control back to Mark, or keep control.
I'm gonna get a momentum. I'm so starved here.
Okay.
Okay, so control goes back to
you.
And
Yes.
the crowd roars. They do not like lupus, which, for the benefit of our fans, is not the thing that makes you a werewolf.
So you have control again, Mark. Yeah, true.
Okay, right. So since Spider Hero just mentioned the sanctity of banking practices, I think I'm going to try to work the audience here and just start talking about how, yeah, it's the banks that ruined the economy, made it so hard for us all to get jobs, right, people?
Oh, you're going to go for the cheap heat, I think, here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works.
That'll get you a momentum. You turn, you start talking about the banking industry. Boy, Spider Hero, it sounds like he's an anarchist. And control passes back to you.
Violent protesters. We can't have that. That's not how civil discourse happens. This fight has gotten very weird. So yeah, Spider Hero will back up from him. He'll manage to climb his way up onto the turnbuckle at the side and try and do a leap over onto Mark. Mark manages to get out of the way, but as Spider Hero lands, he goes into a roll and just manages to kick out with his feet again, knocking Mark off balance as he sort of bunny kicks upside down up into a feet hitting up on Mark's chin right there.
Tope cone arachnid.
Roll look.
Oof. That is just a 7.
Okay. So you can give him control, or you can take or you can keep control. One gets you momentum, one doesn't.
I'll keep control as Mark staggers back into the corner from that kick. Spider Hero, he's coming in. He's doing a couple of side blows, and as he is, I think that someone in the audience, that kid probably will throw up a cell phone to Spider Hero, who will definitely catch it out of the air. And just as Mark is standing there, sort of from one of the blows, he'll do a selfie with him and post it immediately onto the Gauntlet League Twitter feed. What do you think of that?
Spider Hero, Mark is booked to win. And what they'll show the cell phone thing is you see, as you're holding it up to do the shot, and you will see the video of Mark doing the robbery, and then it cuts to the meme. You'll suddenly realize that it's not a real robbery.
So yeah, as the selfie gets taken and like auto posted, there's the shocked eyes on Spider Hero's face as his mouth sort of drops open, and he's just scrolling through there, not even paying attention to as the little camera window on the phone shows Mark advancing behind him.
Mark, so you're booked to win.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to roll your finisher.
Oh, right.
What does it look like, and what's the name of your finisher?
Yeah, so I think at this I don't know what I might just for now. I might just go back to the selfie smash as being the finisher since we're taking selfies.
I have a phone there you can steal.
Right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might seize control of the social media thing.
Okay.
So I think what he's going to do is, since he's coming up behind. He'll just, he sees something of the picture. He gets the picture of me reaching over him. He's gonna actually try to grab him from behind and kind of backflip him over, kind of using Mark's legs to push up on his back and send him flying over back onto his face. And then he'll catch the phone, and then he'll. He'll go back to the lock move of his mom, and he'll try to do a submission thing. He'll just Facebook real time the submission hold, trying to get the 3 count.
Okay,
let's do it that way.
Kind of a variation on the Northern Lights bomb, or kind of doing that fallback. I don't know how you would call that. So what you're going to roll for your finishers is going to roll straight 2d6, but you can add momentum to it,
which is good because I've got 3 of those.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. I generated a 9 with the heat, with the momentum on me.
And pride cometh before the pinfall.
So you can spend a momentum, get yourself up to a 10, which means you'll get another audience.
Oh, I get even with the 3. I get a 10 instead of a 9.
You can spend a momentum to push yourself up to a 10, which is what you want.
Oh, how much do I get for momentum? How much addition to the roll do I get?
Oh, did you roll a 6 there on the dice?
I did roll 6.
Oh, you did roll
9
6.
was 9 was with.
Okay. All right. So
yeah, I'm sorry. The 9. Yeah, that was.
Okay. So choose. Do you want Spider Hero to obviously allow you to win, but you gain a heat with them? Or they push you and you both gain momentum?
I feel like the obvious one might be the more in character thing to do. Does heat doesn't go away, does it?
Nope, it's good. You want to keep that. It's good stuff.
I'll take the heat.
Okay.
I'll definitely for the obvious one.
So Robbie Reyes has to kind of push it a little to get it to land, but it will come crashing down, and you'll get the 3 count on Spider Hero.
I think as I see him flying down on me, I sort of have to crab walk, scooch a little to make sure I get right under him.
Is there tension there, or do you rise up and shake hands? What's the result after that?
I think I'm a.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, I might be a little angry about. Well, phones can be replaced. I'm sure. I think he's cool with it.
Yeah. I think there's at the end there, as the audience is sort of finally being cleared out, it's Spider Hero with his mask sort of half up and Mark there over the phone, and they're explaining back and forth, going through videos on the phone, and Spider Hero's like, "Aw."
We'll cut to a shot of the Jameson figure with the supervillain. Damn that Spider Hero!
And the Marcaniacs claim victory, but our good guys are on fleek, as the kids say. I don't know what that means.
Okay. So we'll cut from that. Subpig, I know you have to leave soon. So is there any backstage shots or any package we want to do with you before you have to head out?
If they've turned the camera on the Subpig, it would be like he's in the bowels of the arena, right? He's in the boiler room, and he's marching us around going, "I've got so many friends. Everybody wants to be my friend. I've got so many friends." And he's banging on the pipes as he's saying this and smashing his head into them. And he's probably going to be bleeding before he's on camera again, if he is on camera again, as you could from all the self-harm that he's doing in the boiler room.
And Subpig, you will see the door open, light comes in, and you will see a figure walk in. And you will see Bleakwood standing there, suit and a tie. Subpig, how are you today? You're well. I would like to offer you an opportunity, a very special opportunity. A large payday opportunity.
I might be interested in that because I don't get a lot of paydays.
First, let me thank you for your participation in the company. And second, I want you to break Anon.
But Anon is my friend. I don't got a lot of friends, Mr. Bleakwood.
Do you want friends or do you want the belt?
I could have the belt.
When we return back to Gauntlet City, if you break Anon, I will give you the belt.
I could be like Hulk Hogan. I could be like Ric Flair.
That's right, with your own pork chop.
I'll do it, Mr. Bleakwood. I'll
Good.
do it.
I knew you would. And we'll cut from that.
And just as a note, I went up to 4 audience in that match.
All right. So you bumped to 4 audience. So Rich, you'll drop down to 3. You still get your advance.
Fine.
Is there anything we want to do backstage with you, analyst?
Oh, you followed up on the Anon thing, which is great because I was going to touch on that if somebody else hadn't. So that's perfect. I'm good.
Okay. Any backstage we want to see from Spider Hero or Mark?
I think I'm good right now.
Okay. Any follow-up? Do we see you talking with your mom or anything after the fight, Mark?
Oh, I'm sure she's telling me that I did a wonderful job. I think
good.
the only thing that, yeah, maybe the only thing that happens off screen is maybe Spider Hero and I publish a joint, post a joint YouTube video where, we just like let our fans know that bygones are bygones and it's all good.
That's a thumbs up.
Yeah, and I think like Spider Hero's like hanging upside down in the shot. And they're doing like buddy skipping through the park sort of stuff.
Perfect. We will cut to El Toro, and you may recall last time El Toro, he's a luchador, got that bull thing. He was hunting for Anon, and so we will again cut to him backstage, and he's looking for Anon. So what do we see there, Anon?
He's actually going through the crowd, going through the concession stands. There's a picture of people coming up to him asking for signatures, and being the heel, he brushes them aside, and there's a close-up of the same little person. Goodness, I almost said that. The same child from Spider Hero, going into tears again as he tears up the autograph book and throws it at their feet. And he goes backstage. It's cutting through the corridors, backstage, and then he hears a voice. He stops. He cocks his head. Mr. Bleakwood. I know you can hear us, Mr. Bleakwood. We are Anon. We have been, and he follows the voice. And
El Toro is looking all over.
He comes to a door and stops, puts his ear to the door, and you can hear the actual, you can hear the promo going on from the other side of the room closet where this is being filmed. Mr. Bleakwood, you try to control Gauntlet League Wrestling. You cannot control chaos.
And the door will be thrown open by El Toro.
And it'll cut to black.
Cut back.
No, cut to black.
Cut to black. Sorry. We'll cut to black. And the audience is murmuring for a few minutes. Goes on, hear the talk. And then we'll cut to a spotlight hitting the center of the ring. And you can see El Toro's there. Mask, got his bullhorns on. You can see he's got a non tied up in front of him. Got him there, and he goes, Analyst! Analyst, where are you? I've got a non for you. Come out here. You can have a non, and you bring me into the LLC. I did the job. Your flunkies couldn't. Cut to the analyst.
Spotlight kind of searches, and then it stops with the analyst, suit, glasses, iPad. He's up at the top. He walks casually. The music kind of comes up. The Oakenfold arena style music comes up, and the walkie comes up, grabs a microphone, looks around and says, how do you know this is a non? Hand. Hands
El Toro the microphone. You can see that Capitan X and Dreamboat have come by the side. They're not happy with this turn of events. They've still got the bandages from being beaten up by Anon before. And hands the microphone to El Toro. El Toro goes, oh, I know Anon is in this ring. I know it.
Unmask him. Let's see.
He'll hold Anon up, puts him on his knees, and pulls off the Anon mask. And it's El Toro under the mask.
Surprise! Bang!
Nice.
Okay. El Toro is tied up. Anon, you're in the ring. You're in a match with the analyst. You have control. How does this start out?
Can we at least count that as a promo before the start of the match?
That seems like a good thing to do.
Thank you.
Let's have you roll.
I have 9. So
Stipulation, momentum, heat, a particular booking.
I will gain a heat with the analyst.
Okay. Analyst, let me just talk to the analyst for a second. How do you sell that reaction? What's your reaction to this turn? Unbelievable, completely unexpected turn of events.
Mouth drops. He gets hit. He flies back. Arms windmilling. Falls to the ground. And he still has his suit on. His iPad flies, skitters along. Luckily, it's hashtag expensive case, so it'll be all right. So he's now trying to scramble away.
All right, Anon, you have control. Tell me what this first sequence looks like.
Okay, I grab him. I Irish whip him into the corner. I follow up with a rising lariat, running rising lariat into the corner, and then I run in bulldog right into the middle of the ring. All technical stuff. I'm probably going to get me into trouble.
All right, so good, solid wrestling there. Boom, boom, boom. Roll work.
Oh, and that is a 10 after modification.
Okay. Heat or momentum?
I will take the momentum.
Okay. Got 2 momentum. You still have control of the match unless the analyst wants to interrupt. Kind of smashes into you. What's the next part of this sequence?
He's on the ground. I will come over to him and I will come up behind him and I'll start working on his shoulder. the same shoulder that Sub Pig was actually working on.
Oh, same sort of style.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly the same style. I'm getting vengeance. I'm playing to my character. I'm hurting the analyst for the way he's hurt other people.
Awesome.
So I'd like to roll work in this instance, if I could, please.
Okay.
And that is a 8.
An 8.
So I'll take the momentum and pass it to the analyst.
Oh, it works your shoulder. Oh my God! Surprise! And now your shoulder's being worked. What do? How do you break out of that? And what happens next?
Do we have a ref? Just so I'm clear.
Yes, somehow there was a ref already out there, of course, even though this wasn't supposed to be a match, just happens to be there.
Awesome. I love that Backhouse has things under control. He's really good at this. Yeah, he grabs onto a rope, and has to break. They have to break the move, and then he grabs the rope and does the go over sideways over top of the rope, and then drops down off of the ring, and he's walking around complaining, right? Takes off the tie, the suit, and the like, and he's walking around the ring as he prepares.
A Dreamboat comes over with a glasses case.
He puts the glasses in.
And while he does that, I'll spend a point of momentum to interrupt, and I'm going to jump from the top rope and drop kick him as he's putting his glasses on.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Just kind of getting yourself together when boom. What do you get? All right.
I got the 10.
Nice.
10. 2 momentum or heat?
I will take the momentum, and
Okay.
I'll pass control to the analyst as I appear to winded myself as I've actually come down from doing that.
Oh, so he does kind of grab you, but then pushes off. What happens, analyst?
So you're down outside of the ring as well?
I'm down outside of the ring as well, yes.
Sweet. Yeah, there are a few blows back and forth, and then he's going to grab Anon and take him right into the pole, right, that holds up the turnbuckle, and he's going to work a little stiff here. He's not like being taken for a fool. So yeah, he's going to work a little stiff. He's planning to slam his head into the pole there.
Okay.
So working real stiff is rolling with real, which I suck at, so that's totally okay. And double checking my stat is -1. Here we go. Oh wow, that is a 4 -1, a 3. I do not have enough momentum. I do. I have enough momentum to take. Let me see. What do I get out of a 7 to 9 on a working real stiff?
You can injure me. The match ends in a no contest, or I lose one audience.
You're going to lose an audience.
Okay.
I'm spending all my momentum to take some of your audience.
Okay, lol, that currently puts me on 0 audience.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that for...
Oh, what does that do? I don't want to take you out of anything.
He could be
Oh,
fired.
no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
This is good.
It's ugly. You kind of hit him hard on that, and people can kind of see that Anon maybe doesn't have the technical chops. And so the audience is a little like, yeah, maybe a little bit of the mask kind of is pulled back metaphorically from him.
Ooh.
Oh, no, I would say that the actual mask has been dislodged and we have to actually physically put it back into place.
All right. Some of that mystique is broken a little bit by that. But working real stiff means that you pass control back over to Anon after you do that hit. There's probably that clang as you do that.
Okay, so I will come off. I will say to myself, as he turns around, I will low blow him, and I'll basically welcome to Dick Kick City.
All right.
At which point, I will then actually reach for the ring bell, and I will smack him around the head with it.
Okay, does that sound like hardcore violence?
That sounds like hardcore violence.
Okay, roll it. Roll with real.
I've got a 7 + 1 for my reel. I will spend 2 to up that to 10.
Okay.
And I'll gain an audience back.
And the audience loves it because when that bell hits you, analyst, it rings clear and true. It's not like they have it mic'd to do the sound effect at the same time, but maybe they do. And what do you want to pick from the 7 to 9 list there?
No, I get it up to 10 with momentum.
Yeah, but you also get a.
Oh, sorry, I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
No, it's okay.
I'll gain 2 momentum.
Okay. So you are hot there. You did hardcore violence. So we switch back. Analyst, you get hit by that hard. It sounds loud and clear. You have control of the match again.
Sweet. Lowell,
Yep.
Before we do that,
Sure.
this isn't a hardcore match. So I'm triggering one of my other moves.
Okay.
I have got rules. What rules? When you break the rules in a match, roll luck.
Okay.
So, and I get a 6 on that.
Oof.
Sorry, no, 7, because my luck is, and I'll spend 1 point of momentum to get that up to an 8.
Okay.
And, oh no, I don't need to bother, I'll keep it at 7. Yep. I get away with it and I get +1 violence. No, I don't get away with it, but I get away with it, I get +1 momentum.
Okay.
Sorry, I've never used it before.
Yeah. The ref is looking because his eyes have been drawn by the fact that come running down one of the other entryways, you see Sub Pig is running down, clear to do a run in, and you will see him get tackled by Capitan X and Dreamboat Alex, and essentially there's this big rolling tussle going on in the stands right now, and that draws the ref's eye when that bell comes down on you. Analyst, you have control. Nice. You're still outside the ring.
Yeah, I'm getting him in the ring here. That's what I'm doing with my control. So I'm taking a non. I notice that my guys are keeping Sub Pig off of us. I scream out, someone's going to get an excellent performance review. And then he grabs a non by the mask and slips him up into the ring and comes up, and he's going to start working on Anon's arm, screaming, you want to see technical? You want to see real wrestling? He's going to go for, it's going to no longer violence. He's actually going to work this into a wrestling match.
Awesome. Let's have your roll work. Yep.
I was going to say, this sounds like something we've set up beforehand. We've given the ebb and the flow of the story.
Do you want to roll with heat or work, Rich?
I would rather roll with work because I don't have much heat with Anon.
Okay.
But I might change that with the results of this roll. So let's see. Hopefully I roll well. Here we go. Ooh, yes, that's an 8 plus 2 is a 10.
2 momentum
10,
or a heat?
I think I'm getting some heat with him here. I'm going to go ahead and keep control and go from 1 heat to 2 heat with Anon. So he wrenches your arm a couple times, and I'm assuming that Anon sells it, and that he's going to grab him by his arm and yank him across. And then,
obviously.
Oh yeah, you can't hear it because he's all spooky that way.
Yeah.
And Lowell?
Yes.
I'd like to do a run-in real quick if I could.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, so you have to spend the momentum to do that.
Oh shoot, do I? Let's see. Do I have a momentum? I do. Fuck you, momentum. Not keeping you around. So yeah, I do. And
okay.
As the analyst is tossing Anon to the other side, like there's a sting in the music of that orchestral swell, and the lights sort of swirl and the spotlight shift up to the top of the arena that we're in, and you see Spider Hero like coming across under the lights on a zip line to where he gets to like a platform that's set up. And the analyst, just as he's he doesn't notice these lights up here, but just as he's backing up to, like, there's a top-down shot and there's an X drawn on the ring. And right as he steps onto the X, Spider Hero's got the attention of the audience. He waves out at a 1, 2, 3, and then pulls a giant rope as just like bags and bags, an entire dumpster full of legal notices and subpoenas and cease and desist orders, all of the stuff that the analyst has hit Spider Hero with over his copyright infringement and rules violations comes just pouring down in an avalanche on the analyst.
Right. Roll with your heat with the analyst.
All right. It's 5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay. You're going to get a momentum. And then, Rich, you get to pick one of the results of the run-in.
Okay, cool.
You can attack them in the ring, resulting in your opponent getting DQ'd. They win the match. Your interference doesn't change the result of the match, but we book you later. Or your interference doesn't change the results of the match, but the opponent comes after you for interfering.
And the you in all these cases is Spider Hero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really confused by this. Okay,
I know it's really weirdly written.
You is Spider Hero, them is the analyst.
The person who's picking, yeah.
Okay, so I could get a non-DQ'd and win the match. I could basically demand the creative books the two of us in a match later in this episode.
Or, a future, since we're running up on time.
There is no future for me, so.
Oh!
No future! And then the other was doesn't change the result of the match, but the opponent comes after you for interfering in their business.
So that would set the...
I'm just going to win the match. Screw it. And on gets DQ'd.
Okay. So, Anon...
Question.
Yes.
Does that trigger my rules? What rules move?
I don't know. I think it's your call, Lowell, but I sort of see it as like me trying to imitate that move, but I can't pull off rule breaking as well as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think it's you technically breaking the rules on that, so I don't think it triggers that. So Anon, this comes down. Spider Hero interferes. It throws that back. The referee sees this, and the voice of officialdom will call the match very quickly.
Oh, now we have refs. Come on.
Yeah, very quickly for the analyst.
Okay.
Raises up the analyst's arm, gives him the win.
Okay.
And there's just like a very wide-eyed Spider Hero slowly backing away along the catwalk, being like, "Oh, I did not. Oh, I'm so. That's oh."
He kicks a few of the papers towards the retreating Spider Hero,
and currently has his back towards me.
Okay, and what do we see then?
I'm going to return his iPad.
So do you bust the iPad over the back of his head, kind of thing?
I'm going to bust the iPad back over the back of his head. Actually, I'm going to bring up an image on the iPad before I do that, which is the unknown logo, and then I use that to smack him over the back of the head.
Hit that. There's chaos in the ring. There's still the crowd from Spider Hero earlier.
I'm using my heel move effectively. I'm using my momentum to gain 1 heat with him.
Okay. So you can gain a heat with the analyst there. Wolf Backhouse, see the refs are pouring out. They're separating everybody. Wolf Backhouse comes over to check and see how you're doing, analyst. You doing okay?
Oh, he's selling it like he has to be helped out. He's lower back. He looks down at the iPad. It was insured. And Blackhouse, you see him kind of starting to arrange things, and he comes over. You notice that they're not moving any of you out of the ring yet. And he comes over to you, Spider Hero. Wolf Backhouse is like, "What were you thinking? Are you on a non-side?"
Mute. You muted.
Balls. I was just trying to, Anon does these things and Kanea does these things. I was just trying to, lighten the mood a little. I thought it would be a good insert. Was it not? Did it not? Hey, how'd that go?
Says, you, Anon, in that corner now.
Sorry, is this actually in front of crowd or?
Yes, yeah. This is in front of the crowd. He's gesturing to Anon and Spider Hero to get in one corner, setting up a match.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand in the middle. I'm gonna stand in the middle of the ring and basically just walk over to Spider Hero, whether he goes to the corner or not.
Hey, buddy, how you do? I'm so sorry, so sorry.
And he'll call down and he'll say, Mark, you did well earlier. Come on down. Going to give you another shot at Spider Hero. What do you do, Mark? Muted.
Yeah, let's let's do this. He's a team player. He's gonna
run down to where the analyst is at. Analyst, you're gonna get a shot again at Anon here, but they put this millennial with you. What do you think?
Throws his hands up. Filing a protest, Backhouse.
Yeah. I can't wait for all the paperwork. He holds up a bunch of papers and things he's clearly gotten from you already during the show.
All right, let's do this. And he'll lean into Marcus's. Hey, listen, big fan of your mom. We'll be fine.
Sounds great.
All right. So, which of you from the tag teams here are starting in the ring?
I just wrestled, so I'm going to actually spend some time. I think the two new guys, the fresh guys, should pick up the pace first.
So the veterans push the two young ones into the ring to start this out. What is your momentum right now, Mark?
0.
And what is your momentum right now, Spider Hero?
Also
Big
0.
Donut. What is your audience, Spider Hero?
4.
Whoops.
So I think you are Spider Heroes just because the audience, the crowd likes you more right now. They know you. You're going to start in control of the match. Don't forget, this is a tag team match. So when you want to trade out, you can tag in or decide not to tag in with those. So Spider Hero, tell me how this starts.
So I think this starts with them coming together. Spider Hero does a couple of blows in on your chest there in the center to sort of back Mark up as he goes running back towards the rope, manages to get his feet up on it, and does sort of a leap into the center where he drives Mark back to where he hits that big pile of letters and paperwork and everything, and Mark sort of slips up and falls in the big pile, making a big cloud of all of these papers going everywhere.
Papers there. We've got still the blood from the analyst's nose break earlier on. It's kind of a mess there. So go ahead and roll look, because this looks like your signature stuff, Spider Hero.
All right. Oof. That's a 7.
Okay. Do you want momentum?
Yes, desperately.
So you kind of hit it, but you don't land so well. Mark, you have the opportunity to take control and do a number on Spider Hero.
Yeah, well, actually, I was thinking I might play up to a signature move and maybe start complaining about a paper cut. And ask if we can take a break so I can get advantage.
Play up to that. Is it like a trick that then you move in to do your move on Spider Hero?
No, I think he's going to be earnest about his desire to actually pause a wrestling match because of a paper cut.
Do you have a blood pack gag set up in your glove there?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, like it's just ridiculously spurting out. Ridiculous amount of blood.
All right, why don't you roll audience, and this will be working the audience here.
Okay. Whoops. There it is. Roll for my party. And oh, look at that! I just generated 13.
So
good gush.
They think this is hilarious. Okay, because there's blood everywhere.
I'm totally playing up the millennial shtick.
Okay, analyst, when we do the shot again, you get 2 momentum for that, Mark. What's the shot of the analyst's reaction to this?
Yeah, the blood spurting and everything. He's calling for the other guys. He's like, guys, we need to draw some insurance papers for this guy.
They're very quickly writing up life insurance.
Yeah,
they're like, we need you to sign. Come over here.
So we're not sure if he's covered because ACA is having problems. So,
so Spider Hero, you get control after he does that. You can continue in on Mark. You can tag in. What do you want to do?
So Spider Hero, he looks like, yeah, I've got this guy down. I'm gonna take him out this time. And he comes in on Mark, and there's this spurt of blood that comes out. It's pristine white costume, new costume. So he backs up away from the spurt of blood, and he sort of comes in at a back angle, and Mark just sort of rolls over, and there's this spurt of blood that it keeps backing Spider Hero up. He's like, no, not on the costume. And I'm gonna back up and do a tag with Anon.
Okay.
I can't take this right now.
Anon, do you want to take the tag or resist?
Yeah, by all means, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your hot tag then. You roll your heat with Anon, Spider Hero.
Heat with his. Wish it was easier to work up heat with good guys. Let's see. It's 8, 9.
9. The tag is made. So you get a momentum, Anon.
Okay.
God damn it, from me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
So
get
I'm back
momentum.
down to 0.
No, you don't lose it.
Yeah. New wrestler on your team.
From their
gains
teammate. Oh, you're right. I'm
from
sorry. You're right. You think, having run this a dozen times, I would know that rule. But no. Okay. Tiny little text. So you've got momentum from your teammate. Mark is still in the ring. There's papers, blood. He's probably over signing the life insurance right now.
Because I didn't do the paperwork on time.
Yeah.
At which point I'm going to run up the turnbuckle, run across the top rope, and basically do a diving bulldog onto him.
Ooh. All right. What do you think that is? Does that seem like work?
Unfortunately, I think so.
Yeah.
Work isn't something I do very well.
No, but nice risky move. Let's see you roll it.
That's an 8.
It's an 8. Do you want momentum or keep control?
I will keep control.
Okay. Still got control of it. Mark, he's hit you, kind of knocked you back. Not the greatest landing, but seriously, and he's still got control. What happens next, Anon?
I will Irish whip him into the ropes, and as he goes to the ropes, Spider Hero will grab 2 of them, and Rey Mysterio's finisher, the spin. The spin bit. As he comes to the rope, Spider Hero will smack him in the back with a double kick through the rope.
All right.
He'll go forward, and as he comes forward, I'll kick him in the stomach. I'll basically double underhook him, and I'm going for my finisher, which this isn't a final finish. This is my finishing move.
Okay.
And I basically dirty deeds him in the middle of the ring.
Okay. So this is a great sequence.
And pin him, but he will kick out.
That sounds like you're going to roll heat with him, because this is a pretty amazing sequence here.
And that's a 3.
All right. So what goes wrong?
I think Spider Hero gets something tangled up in the ropes, maybe like a limb with Anon as well.
So it doesn't land. You kind of get tangled up. Anon, you give a momentum to Mark.
Okay.
Mark, you have controlled the match. Do you want to continue on, or do you want to tag in? What do you want to do?
There's one thing I want to do before I do want to tag in sooner rather than later. But first, there is one thing I want to do. So I think I've decided that given our prior history where Anon used to, Anon, wrestler started out as a character who was my. You started out as my
your bud, your frat mate, your.
I like Uber driver. I like that.
Yeah, but you're not that. Yeah, you're not that. I mean, Anon isn't that character now. You're like a whole different character, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, given that, I am just gonna go ahead and tag out and let's get the analyst back in.
Start to go, and then you fall back, and this bloody hand comes to tag you, analyst. Do you take the tag?
I do take the tag. I take the tag, that I reach down and I wipe my hand on Capitan's mask.
So I need Mark. I need you to roll heat with the analyst.
Okay, heat with the analyst. I've got some heat. Got 2, and here we go. I generated an 8 total.
Okay, so you make the tag. You give the analyst a momentum.
All right.
Nice.
Analyst, you pop in. Anon is still recovering from that. I don't want to say botch, but it was a botch. That's happening over there in that ropes. You have control of the match. What do you do?
Cool. He's still recovering. I think that the analyst seeing his opening for a legitimate match where he was disqualified previously. He's not going to go for any kind of working stiff. So he'll rush over and deliver a savage knee to, is it Anon or Spider here? It's Anon.
Anon is the ring.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Okay. So yeah, savage knee to Anon, hitting him in the side of the head, and then he's going to grab him, pull him away from Spider Hero from that corner, wrenching the arm, just kind of doing the thing where he stomps on the mat and wrenches his arm, and yeah, he's going to start working on Anon's arm. He's getting right back to the plan.
Let's have you roll work.
I will do that. Oh, that is a 10, natural 10 plus 2, and it's a 12, sir.
That is
pretty awesome. I am excited. Yay. I got good rolls, which means it's going to suck when it gets important. I'm going to...
Momentum or heat?
Yeah, momentum or heat. See, I've got no momentum, so I'm going to take some momentum here.
Okay.
Okay.
I could use some heat, but I need the momentum. So, yeah, then after I wrench at the arm, sling him into the ropes, and he's going to go for something a little fancy here. I think he's going to do a super kick to the chin and try to send Anon to the mat. So we'll go work again.
Okay. Does that like a Superman kick, but it's just a super kick?
Oh, yes, it's super kick. It's the thing where you like turn almost back and you throw the leg up and catch him the heel right underneath the chin.
Like sweet chin music.
Oh, yeah. Many, many names.
Cool. I've rolled a 6 plus 2 from work, makes it an 8. I will spend those 2 momentum I just got.
Okay.
No, if I put you... No, I'm not going to spend the momentum. I will be handing this back.
Okay.
But I get to make a choice. My choice is that I will gain plus 1 more momentum. So now I'm at 3 momentum, and Anon has control.
Catches you, Anon, sends you back, but not to the mat. You have control again.
Okay, he does that. He sends me to the mat, and basically I fall at his feet. And as I'm looking up, I will double punch into into his knee, and basically take him down beside me.
Okay.
And I really should buy points in technical because this is what I know. And I'm effectively going to be putting him into an armbar on the floor, and on the same shoulder that I was actually going after earlier. I'm trying to actually overextend the shoulder, and if he seems like he's going to break out, I'm going to reach over and tweak the nose.
So what do you think? Does this work? or look?
I think this is it. I think this is a heat move between us.
Okay, that seems cool. Yeah.
So that's 7 plus 4, which is 11.
Okay. So you want that 2 momentum?
I want the 2 momentum, please.
Okay. So he does that, tweaks your nose, analyst. You guys are both in the ring there. What comes next, Anon?
He pulls himself over. He basically gets over, grabs hold of the rope. The ref's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm keeping it cinched in.
Okay.
I'm keeping it cinched in, and I'm starting pounding on that arm.
Okay. I'll spend a momentum and get out of this at this point.
Okay. So does that to break out, analyst? You have control.
Yeah, I have control. I'm going to. He does a couple moves where he slams Anon's head against the turnbuckle, delivers a couple of elbows, and then he's going to sling him over to our corner and come running in and shoulder tackles him, but then he reaches for a tag from.
I'm going to spend a point of momentum and interrupt at this point myself.
Oh, all right. So
as I come over to the corner, I clothesline Mark off the buckle. And I turn around and I run towards the analyst, and we both end up clotheslining each other and actually down in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
And literally, it's going to be the case of both of us crawling towards the corner and see who can actually get the tag first.
All right. So you spend momentum, you have control, you do that, and you're going to try and tag.
I'm trying to do a hot tag with Spider Hero.
Okay. Let's have you roll.
8 plus 2 is 10.
10. So you will get to double team. Everyone gets +1 momentum. What does that look like when you get your opportunity on the analyst, you two in the ring together?
I think the analyst is getting up, and he stops when he sees Mark's not in the corner, turns around and starts coming towards me, and literally at the last moment I jump up, tag Spider Hero, and he springboards off the actual ropes into the analyst.
Okay.
As I slip under to the outside.
Boom! Kind of.
As I come up, I do like a flip into the ring, and I have yet one more bag of solicitations and mail to just smack down into a sort of mail confetti explosion on top of the analyst there.
All right, and you have control. Does that seem like look you're rolling?
That was my double team coming in.
Okay, so what happens then? You hit him with that. You've come in. What's the next sequence?
So I think I come in and get a couple of like chest blows in on the analyst while he's distracted and sort of reeling there. But as I come in for a fourth one, he grabs me, and the analyst, he knows what's up. So the analyst takes me, sort of slides me over to the corner of the ring that is just smeared with this fake blood everywhere, and just make sure that every inch of my white costume that he can get in the blood starts getting in the blood until go ahead, Rich.
I don't know if I don't want to spend a momentum for this, but I really do want to paper cut you. Like, fucking, I'm spending a momentum just to paper cut you. Like, that's the thing. You slide in, and I grab some of the papers and I draw it across your arms.
Let's have your roll look, Rich. Or no,
I'm the worst at look.
Roll your heat.
Are you doing like a stiff or a hardcore sort
I don't think you can work stiff with paper cut.
No, it's just a look thing. It's just a roll. Or no, look, I'll do heat because that's just hilarious. It's just too appropriate. Okay, so I actually have Spider Hero. I have 3. Awesome. So I've got a possibility here. He might pull it off. Oof! I rolled a 6 plus 3 is a 7. I spend a momentum to interrupt and do this. I'll spend another momentum to move it up to a 10. I don't even know if that benefits me. But
do you want to get 2 momentum or another heat with Spider Hero?
Ooh, another heat with Spider Hero will push me over. Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So at the end of the match, I just went to 4 heat with Spider Hero. At the end of the match, I'd go to 4 audience.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, so I paper cut the crap out of you.
Okay.
I also have a blood gag worked up in my costume. There is like more spurting and stuff that goes all over the analyst there.
All right, analyst, you have control, and you know you need to get Mark into the ring because Spider Hero has to pin Mark.
Hey, oh, what? Ooh, man. So yeah, he grabs Spider Hero.
Now you are a heel. You've got some heel moves there.
I do. Let me check. What are my heel moves? Hold on, sorry, this is not a thing I've ever done. So
yeah,
heel moves are fun.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes. Ooh, damn it! I only have one momentum. Oh, it's the worst. Spinning those momentum screwed me. I have to spin 2 momentum to do the heel move. Damn. Ooh. Here we go. I've got a plan. I'm not breaking kayfabe yet. I'm just prolonging the match. I am going to try to bring Spider Hero into our corner so that we can put a hurt on him. But I want to, this is wrestling related moves. I'm not going for anything real. I'm hoping to do a little bit of work before I tag Millennial Mark.
Okay. So Mark's standing there waiting for the tag. Let's have you roll work.
All right, here we go. Come on. Oh, Snake Eyes! Oh, oh man.
You go for it, and it's too much. You wanted it too badly. And you give one of your momentum, your last momentum, to Spider Hero. Spider Hero, you have control of the match now. Analyst kind of was pushing it a little further than it was there. What do you do? Could have been so beautiful.
I will stand up over the analyst. I'm like, holy my gosh! Oh, it was so perfect. It was glistening and white.
I'm spending a momentum to interrupt, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
While Spider Hero is distracted by blood on his costume, I know what the finish is. I'm basically going to run into the ring and drag Mark into the ring and start beating up on him. I'm deliberately breaking the actual whole tag team thing to just get in there and just start wailing on Mark.
Okay. So do we think we need to roll a move, or do you think that's just a fictional effect that we can go with?
It's a fictional effect, but again, it's my rules. What rules?
Okay. Yeah. So out of the corner of your eye, analyst, you'll see Anon hit Mark. Mark, out of nowhere comes Anon, pushes you into the ring. Spider Hero, you're going to do something on the analyst. Suddenly, now there's chaos in the ring. Let's have you roll rules. What rules, Anon?
Okay, I rolled an 8 + 1 for my reel, and I'll use my last remaining momentum to push it up to 10.
Okay.
And I'll buck this on the fly. I buck the win on the match on the fly as the result.
Okay, and you want to book it?
I'm going to pin Mark myself.
Ooh. All right. So, analyst, Spider Hero, you kind of tied up there, got each other's attention. Mark,
can I interrupt this to kind of?
Yeah.
Let me blow momentum here, and I'm going to say that I don't want the match to end quite yet, because we still have some time, like in real world game stuff. So I'm going to say that I unpin myself at the last second. I just come loose and say start. I'll start complaining to the ref that Anon's breaking the rules.
Okay. So Anon, what do you think of that?
Oh yeah.
So how are you with that sequence of exchanges there? What do you think?
Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I thought we were running short on time, which is part of the reason I did it.
We'll get about 8 minutes here. But I mean, if you want to You could interrupt to stop him if you have momentum.
I'm out of momentum.
Oops.
So
I
he
use my last
interrupts.
momentum to put the move up.
Okay, so he pushes on that. Go for the pin. You go for the break. You're complaining to the ref. What do you do next? You have control, Mark. It's nuts. You're supposed to win.
Yeah, well, I know I'm not supposed to win, but I'm just gonna basically play up the character some more and try to complain to the ref about Non's rules breaking.
Okay, let's have you roll. Well, what are we doing here?
I was thinking of this as like a character, as like just playing up my character some more.
Okay.
Doesn't the Golden Boy actually have a rule where they can actually move where they can do that?
Yeah. What is your?
Well, I do have special snowflake, so I could I could actually appeal to an authority.
Yeah.
I could do this for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not my strength, but what the hell? I haven't broken that rule out. I haven't used that rule yet. Might as well use the rules while we got them.
Let's have you roll rule.
Okay.
Real.
Words. Oops. Oh wait, I didn't. Okay, reroll. There it is. Okay, there's a 7.
Okay.
And let's see. I didn't actually want to.
What is your real?
Oh, it's a -2, so it's technically it's a 5. But let's see. I do have 3 momentum, so I could blow my momentum.
Wish we had an announcer. Put you
Oh, yeah, I know. It's the problem with everyone in.
Yeah, I'll just blow all the momentum and make it a 10 because I don't. Yeah, again, I don't want to drag this out too long. I'm not.
So you rolled a. What did you roll?
Now if I spend all 3 momentum, the total is now a 10.
Okay.
Well, I thought you were at a 5.
Yeah, because you have -2.
You're right. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I keep forgetting. So let's. The best I can do is get it up to the 5s. I'll just spend 2 then, just to get up to a 7.
Okay. So here is what I think is going to happen here. Tell me if you are cool, if everyone is cool with this. As you appeal to the ref, Anon is getting up. Analyst, you're kind of looking for the break. And it's at that point that comes barreling into the ring Capitan X and Dreamboat Alex and Sub Pig come smashing into the ring, okay? And pushes and starts throwing things around, and it's absolute chaos there. Just falls into this melee. Everyone going every which way here. People are thrown back, and essentially, I think that the match is just going to kind of go into that brawl where everybody from backstage is going to come running out.
Oh, a Puddle Pop brawl, brilliant.
Yes, Terminatrix from your stable, a couple of other people with Anon masks. El Toro has broken out of his rope restraints. You'll see the Sinister Six come running down, and Venomous. It's crazy. What is in this shot? I want to get like a little epilogue bit here. Anon, what's the last thing we see in this shot from your moves in this?
Well, I'm still dressed like El Toro.
Oh, that's right.
So we have a thing where El Toro and I are fighting. We turn back to back. We look at each other for a second, and then literally double punch each other. Okay,
do the mirror thing there.
Yeah.
Mark, what's the last thing we see from you in the middle of this massive scrum?
Oh, I don't. I think it's time for one final selfie.
Okay. Take that shot there before you get knocked back down into the crowd. Spider Hero, it's kind of your fault.
So Spider Hero, I think as Venomous and the other villains head into the ring, they sort of get him cornered up. Venomous gets him down on the ground, and he basically does a gag stab into his shoulder with an extending finger, and you see this blackness sort of spread across. I think there's a little computer touch-up graphics here. You see this sort of blackness spread from the wound, and just before the camera cuts away, this baleful red light in Spider Hero's eyes.
And it hurts when they do that. They've set this effect up earlier, but it's like a lot brighter than you expected it to be. So it really hurts. Analyst, you get the last word here. It's just a fighting. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse.
Yeah, it is crazy. I think what the last thing we see from the analyst, which is the last thing we'll see during the Gauntlet Roadshow, unfortunately, because it won't be here for the last session, is that. Oh, quick question, Mike. Are you here for the next session?
I am signed on for it. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
I should still be on board.
It's perfect. So while our as Mark is pausing for a selfie, we have. See, I'm trying to think of a heel. See what's a heel that we have that could come in. Maybe Sub Pig. I'll just use Sub Pig. Sub Pig comes in with some kind of 2x4, and he's coming right at Mark, and Analyst steps in and grabs the 2x4 away from him and then bashes him over the head, saving Mark.
Ooh.
Oh, it's just a face turn we're seeing.
Oh my gosh.
It is most certainly, it is a face turn.
Capitan X and Dreamboat look at you like, what? And then it'll cut to the credits, and thank you, Gauntlet League Productions from Minnesota. We will see everyone on the road next week. And that's where we're going to stop.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good stuff.
So you're doing a face turn. I'm getting infected into a heel turn.
Awesome stuff. Rich, thank you. I hope that was a good send-off for the analysts there.
Yes, I hope it was okay for you guys. I had a really good time.
I didn't realize this was going to be your last one. I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Aw, it's okay. Who knows? There are empty slots at Gauntlet Con. Maybe if everything's going smooth with the con, I might sneak in. I'll do a run-in of my own. I'll spend some Gauntlet Con organizer momentum.
Rich, can I say thank you for putting up with all my craziness and all.
I loved it, man. You are a delight to play with. This was very fun.
And Mike, you feel like you got a sense of how things are going here?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I've read like half the rule book going in. I hadn't made a character yet. It certainly didn't disappoint. It was exceeded my expectation, and I was expecting a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that I got out of this.
It's different from any other PbtA game, but it's still PbtA. It's weird, and I love it for what it is. So
it's wrestling.
Did anyone else get audience out of that last match?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I did.
So where are you at, Anon?
I'm currently on audience 3.
Okay.
I have to admit, part of the reason I wanted to pin Mark as well is I could have given him an audience as well.
Shoot! Whoops.
It's a nice thing about the anti-hero and the hardcore. When they do their finish, they choose who gains the audience. So as a team player character, well, it's a good one to help build up other people as well.
Yeah. To be honest, I only interrupted because I had like 4 momentum, and I figured I might as well use it while I had it.
It was good, though. It was a good storyline bit.
That was fun.
Yeah, I would have fun with you winning like you planned. I just wanted to maybe squeeze 1 or 2 more heat out of this match, even with the shooting time.
If I'd had that second momentum, I was going to break kayfabe and give the win to Mark. I was super going to do
that. Spider Hero, did you wrestle somebody that you had heat 4 with?
Yeah, but I was already at 4 there. I was already at audience 4.
Okay, so so you go back up to, so you're at 4. Okay, so you're the one who's over.
No, I bumped him.
Okay, so actually,
I went to 4 during that match. I went to 4 with Spider Hero, which at the end of the match would have pushed me to 4 audience. But you can disqualify that as just
no. And then he goes up to 4 again, so it's weird. He will be over for the next episode. Is essentially what it is. So
okay,
I was just checking on that.
I was trying to real cheaply pull it away from him.
You are a heel.
And just for my advancement in the middle there, I did pick up a valet, Miles Morimoto, that young Japanese kid. He's a great crier, sells an injury. And his mom's homeschooling him so he can travel with us.
Oh my
Miles-
gosh, that's the worst.
Miles Morimoto. That's awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for a great episode. And I've got a bunch at Gauntlet Con, and then we've got one last session where we will see Sub Pig certainly versus Anon. I'm looking forward to that.
That's been a long time building.
Gonna be hot stuff. All right. Well, I will see you guys.
All right. See you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Guys.